So we're doing this nice and fresh. The fight is just finished. What did I tell you? What did I tell? Hey, listen, if you're new to this boxing, it's not even a boxing channel, but my boxing, what would you call it? My boxing updates. If you're new, then this is the place to be. I'm never wrong. I did a video Wednesday. I think I recorded it. I might have posted it on Thursday. But I told you I'm going Benn. I did say I might change my mind. And if I'm being honest, after the weigh-in, I started thinking, oh, it might be Eubank. It might even be a Eubank knockout. But then today I changed my mind back again. I went for Benn. And so it was. In fact, I got all the fights. I need to start putting on some bets. Where's my Ladbrokes account? I got all the fights right. But let's talk about it. After I recorded and posted my video, I started watching some content online. And I started seeing various things. I started seeing that Eubank had his nephew in camp with him. And he was saying, this is the happiest I've ever been in camp. And it just makes me smile, smiling in camp. And I'm thinking, hold on a minute. You've never had this before. And now you're this happy guy. Might this have an effect on how you actually feel going into the fight? So I started even thinking more that this might be a Benn win. But then I started thinking about Benn and his new positive outlook in life. I was thinking, hold on a minute. Could this be another Deontay Wilder moment? You know, he went off to wherever he went to and started doing all the spirituality things or whatever. I don't know what it's called. And he came back as a new guy, happy. There was no more bomb squad. The bomb squad wasn't bomb squadding. And they were just getting beaten up by everybody. Could this be that? But I stuck with it. I said, no, we're going Benn. So fast forward to the fight. Benn's coming out aggressive. We knew it would be that, but not as aggressive and as reckless as last time. Last time he was aggressive and reckless. This time he was aggressive, but there was method. Definitely using more jabs and going to the body. In fairness though, the Eubank jab didn't look bad at all. He was catching Benn every time he just crouched or every time he bent to a side, catching him with the jab. The jab timing was really good, but I still had to give the first 2 rounds to Benn. I gave the 3rd round to Eubank. I know not many people did. When I was watching the commentary, I think they all gave it to Benn. I felt that maybe, even though Benn was more aggressive and threw way more shots, I thought that a lot of them were being caught or missed, and I thought the more effective, clean shots were coming from Eubank. So I gave him that 3rd round. But then it was a whitewash from there. Even the punches sounded different. They sounded different. Eubank looked slow. He looked tired. He looked lacking energy. It's hard to look like you've got a lot of energy when you're against Benn. Benn is just full of energy and he just doesn't stop. But Eubank looked lackluster. He looked depleted of any energy. And I said, that first fight must have taken a lot out of him. It must have. Toenails falling off. Now forget everything else. Toenails falling off is crazy. Do you remember the fly? The fly's toenails started falling off. Like, what are we doing here?
What are we doing here?
So it was a complete whitewash. And then we came to the 12th round. And poof! Eubank is knocked down. His legs stiffen up. He's gone down. Everyone's thinking, oh, this could be it. I'm thinking he might be able to ride it out. But then when Benn was on him, Benn was all over him. He was trying to hold. Benn weren't letting him hold. He was trying to hold. Benn weren't letting him hold. He was trying to hold. He's down again. But I think he went down at about 20 seconds before the end. So at that point, you knew they'd be all right. An 8 count. What are we at now? 12 seconds to go. Then the ref was going to do a little talk. Are you okay? Is everything all right? You sure? Can you continue? That's another 6 seconds. He's got 8 seconds before the end of the round. And I think it was even less than that. So Eubank was safe. One of the best things of the fight, though, is that Eubank came out with big 50 cent, you know. Big 50 cent. All right, cool. Everyone thought, this is nice with Benn, with the band and everything. That was cool. Oh, look at that. Yeah, go on. You that, Benn? Try to put on a bit of a show? All right, cool. Nobody saw what was coming next. Big 50 cent. The fight wasn't the fight that it was before. It's nowhere near the excitement of the first fight between these two. That was epic. but I still enjoyed it. I enjoyed the fight. The right man, you know, people were saying the right man won last time, but there was that people are and ahhing. There's no and ahhing. Most people gave it a complete whitewash, 12 rounds to 0, with 2 knockdowns in the 12th round. No complaints from anybody. I've never seen people celebrate so much. We all forgot we need to announce the winner. We forgot. Hold on a minute. The fight's over. Hold on a minute. We've not actually confirmed who the winner is. There were celebrations over there. Everyone's going wild. Families in the ring. People are going mental. Eubank knows he lost. He's like, yeah, well done. Congratulations on your win. We've not even read out the results yet. It was nice to see Eubank and Ben talking, though, at the very end. You know, they will never, ever be friends. Ben will tell you, he's not my cup of tea. But we've had it so many times. I'm sure you probably had fights in the playground with people that you hate. And after you've had that fight, you two are buddies. It happens all the time. Crotch Groves. Ben and Eubank Sr. Bellew and Hay. You know, it happens all the time. They might even grow up to be the best of friends in their rocking chairs, cussing each other, and laughing at the same time. Anyway, on to next week. It's the big one. Was it Ring 4? That is a monumental card. We'll be doing some reviews on that.